All right, so now we're going to do this area here. We have a little section with advanced statistics, just a heading and some text. Then we have these boxes, these features or boxes with these icons in them. And then this line that goes through them vertically on small screens and horizontal on large screens. And we're also going to have them offset as well on large screens. So let's come down under the last section, and this one will say stats section, say ID, ID stats, but we're going to have a couple classes here as well. So PY24, and then let's do BG gray 100. And then in here we're going to have a container that's going to be in the middle, MX auto, and let's do padding on the x-axis 3, and then in H2, so the let's do the text size, which is going to be 6XL. Actually, let's do 4XL. And then margin bottom 6, font bold, and text dash center. And the text will say advanced statistics. All right, and then under the H2, we're going to have a paragraph with max width dash extra small, so XS, and MX dash auto, text dash center, text dash gray, say gray dash 400, and then on medium screens we're going to make that max width into medium, max width medium. And then let me just copy the text and paste that in. Let's save it. And there we go. So now the next one, the feature boxes here, it's going to be a little more in depth. So let's say this is going to be the feature box section, and let's say section ID features, and this is going to have a class of PB, so padding bottom 32, and BG gray 100. Now we're going to have a container here. Let's make it relative. So we're going to position it relative. We're going to have the container class. It's going to be a flex box. It's going to be a flex call to begin with. And then we're going to align items start. Dash start. And then let's do PX6 and MX dash auto. And then on medium screens, we're going to make this into a flex row. And on medium screens, we're going to say space dash X dash 7. Whoops. Dash 7. Good. Now we're going to create these lines. We're going to have a horizontal and a vertical. Horizontal will show on small. Vertical will show on small. Horizontal will show on larger screens. So we're going to do this by positioning them absolute. That's why we have this div relative. So this first one is going to be the horizontal. So let's do hidden because we want this to only show on larger screens. So it's going to be hidden by default. And then we're going to position it absolute. We're going to go from top 24, and we're going to go from the left dash 16. And the height of it is going to be 3 because it's horizontal, so we want to give it a height. And the background color is going to be cyan. And on medium screens, we want to go from hidden to block because we want to display it. And we also just want to add in here the width, so W-1/2, so width 1/2 for the horizontal line. Now make sure that you go outside of the closing div. This should have nothing inside of it. So we want to go under that, and then we want the vertical. So this is going to be the vertical line. And just to show you the horizontal, we're not going to see it on small screens, but if we make this bigger, and that doesn't look right. Hold on. Yeah, that's not going all the way over. So we got hidden absolute, top 24, left 16, Oh, it's not with 1/2. I'm sorry. It's with 10 of 12. That's the fraction we're looking for. All right, so now it should look like that. Okay, so the vertical line is going to be on smaller screens, although it's not going to show until we get some boxes in there because it's not going to have any height to it. There's no content inside. But let's create the div here. We're going to say absolute, and we're going to display. It's going to be left 1/2, but I can't do that with Emmet, so we'll do that at the end. Let's do width 2 and height dash full, so it'll just be 100% of its container. And since we're going to do with left 1/2, which will push it in the middle, it's going to start in the middle, so we want to bring it back, and we're going to do margin left 2, negative margin left 2 to bring it back so that it's actually in the center, not so that the beginning of the line is in the center. And then let's do, this should be ML1, negative ML1. And then BG cyan, and on medium screens and up, we want it to be hidden. All right, so now let's add in our left dash 1/2. And again, if we save it, we're not going to see it just yet. Now make sure, just like you did with horizontal line, you go after the ending div. Don't go in here and start doing anything. We want to go after that. And then we'll create our box 1. So it's going to be relative. It's going to be a flex box. It's going to be a flex call to begin with. And then let's do padding 6. Space on the Y items will be 6. And BG dash white. We're going to do rounded large. And yeah, let's do that. And then let's just pop back in here and do on medium screens, we want the width to be 1/3 because there's going to be 3 of them. So that's the container for box 1. Now we're going to have the image positioning. And what I mean by the image is this right here. So the image is going to have a positioning div where we position it with absolute, and then another div where we create the circular background and center it with flexbox. So for the positioning, let's make it absolute. And then we're going to do negative margin left dash 10 and left 1/2, but I'll add that after. And let's say negative top dash 10. And then on medium screens and up, it's just going to be left dash 16. Okay, let's go back in here, and right before top, we're going to do left dash 1/2. All right, so that's the positioning. So, whoops. Let's go in that div, and then we're going to have we'll just say image container for background, background and to center it. So that's going to be flex and items dash center, also justify dash center. And then the width and the height, we're going to do 20 for both. So W20, H20. Padding will be 4. Rounded is going to be full because it's a circle. And then the background, so BG is going to be very dark violet. All right, so now we can put the image in, which is going to be images / icon brand recognition. So if we come over here, we should just see that. Now we have some text to put in here. So let's go under the image positioning div, okay? Because that all has to do with this image. We want to go underneath that. Now we have an H5, and we're going to do a padding top 6, so PT6, and text we'll do extra large for the size. Font is going to be bold. Text dash center for small screens. We're also going to capitalize, and then on medium screens we're going to align the text to the left. And this is going to say brand recognition. All right. Let's see, that looks good. Now for the paragraph underneath the H5, That's going to be text center on small screens as well. The text color is going to be gray 400, and then on medium screens it's going to be text left. And let me just grab that and paste that in. All right, cool. So if I make this bigger, you can see that it's on the line. We still can't see the vertical line because right now it's behind this. So let's create the next box. So what we'll do is just copy box 1, which ends right here. We'll copy that, and then right under that div, we'll paste this in, and this will be box 2. So let's just, yeah, we'll just do box 2, and then we'll move to 3. So as far as what we want to change here, for 1, we want to offset it. We want it to be lower on bigger screens. So let's do, not right there, let's go right here, and let's add in our margin top. So margin top 24, and then on medium screens, so we'll go to the end here, and medium screens, we're going to do margin top 8. So yeah, I think, let's just see what that looks like. All right, you can see the line now. If I make it bigger, yeah, so now you can see it's offset because of that margin top. Now we want to change the image and the text. So let's see, the image name is going to be, what is this? I forget the name of this image. Let me just check. Oh, it's icon detailed records. And then let's say detailed records, and then I'll just grab the text for the paragraph. Paste that in. Okay, cool. So for the third one, let's just copy box 2, which ends right here. So we'll grab that and let's paste it right below. Change that to 3, and then we want to offset this a little bit too. So let's see, on medium screens where we have 8, we're going to set that to 16. We're going to keep the 24 because here on small screens it's the same, same margin top. And then all we have to do is change the content. So let's get rid of that. And this is going to be icon fully customizable. Let's change the text right here to fully customizable. And then I'm going to grab the paragraph, paste that in, save, and there we go. So that looks pretty good. Let's stretch it out. And now you can see the line in between. All right, so we're getting there. Let's see what we have next. We have this CTA area and the footer. And then, of course, we have the hamburger menu as well.